It's not that loud. So Euro AD. So you guys can see here that on Euro AD we have this EF inches total divided at 1, 2, right? We have 3. So that's 3 touches on the weekly time frame. Okay. We are what? We are bearish on the weekly time frame on Euro AD. Okay, let's get to the daily time frame. So the EF inches is divided on the weekly. The trend is bearish. Let's get to the time frame. And also below EF inches. No. And the time frame, what's going on? So the time frame is clearly bullish, right? So bullish on the time frame, and where are we bullish from? For some people that don't know, we're basically bullish from this here, from here to here. We are bullish, and yeah, that's just pretty much it. So that's where we're still bullish there. No, and the daytime frame can obviously see that we're below the CF interest as well. We go very strong below CF interest. That's a very, very good confluence right here. Now, let's get to the 4-hour time frame. The 4-hour time frame is also bearish. So we have the weekly bearish, we have the 4-hour time frame bearish, we have the daily bullish. One time frame out, that's not bad. We have 2 time frames in sync. That's very good. And both of them, or 3 of them is below the EF interest. That's pretty good. You know what I mean? And then the 4-hour time frame had this push. Now we need a pullback or that retracement in order to sell. So this will basically be like let's say, for example, let's say, so a shift of structure, obviously up in here, a change in trend. So since the change in trend and we recently break this EF interest, we need a pullback in order to continue to sell, right? That's just typically it right here. So yeah, nothing much, nothing hard, just simply shift our structure, pull back, sell. Continuation, pull back, sell. So that's pretty much it for what year 80. Okay, so let's get to CHF JPY. JPY trend is bearish in my opinion, right? We had this boom, 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 push, break, shift is changing trend, and then we have this retest. Now this area interest is invalid on the weekly time frame, right? But on the day time frame, we have this F interest, which is totally valid, right? So that's pretty much it. Not valid on the weekly, but on daily, it's pretty much valid, right? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 ejections right there. We could make it even better, but for now, let's just leave it at this. We want to make it even bigger or whatever. No. So the weekly, as stated, is bearish. We're below the F interest. That's pretty good. The daily here is also bearish, and we're below the F interest. Now that being said, we can see here, right, that after price had this push, right, we had a pullback. But that pullback went above the F interest, but eventually we're now below. So the pullback also created a left, right, head, right shoulder. So break. That's a head and shoulder pattern right here. I think I've mentioned 3 head and shoulder patterns already on the different currency pairs. And now since we had a break, we need to have a pullback in order to sell. That's pretty much it, or that's pretty much what we're waiting for. So the daily is bearish, weekly is bearish, the 4-hour time frame is bearish. That's 3 time frames in sync, right? With that being said, I don't feel this is gonna play out like Monday night or anything. It can happen though because all the 4-hour need to do is close at night as a bullish engulfing and then probably close like an indecisive candlestick and from there we could actually take the trade to the downside. That's pretty much what we could be looking forward to on this recipe right here. And my TP would be anywhere here because once price reach here, then it's gonna start to consolidate and things like that. So I'll be looking to exit here. But that would also be the lower low point. So it will be a pretty decent area to exit the trade. All right. So that's it for CHJPY. For GPAD, right, we're gonna have this trend up being bullish, but the F interest is pretty much valid below the F interest as well. We close as a pin bar candlestick. That's pretty much good on the weekly time frame. On the day time frame, you can see that price is also bullish here. We came back within this area of interest, so from this area we can actually sell, but I'm still looking for this to be a buy. Because being the weekly did not close above the area of interest and the weekly candlestick is technically stronger than the day candlestick, right? But that being said, the day candlestick did close pretty amazing as well. Because what could have happened on the day candlestick is on the daily time frame is that price could have went above and then come off a pullback to then continue to the upside, right? So that can be a thing. So that is why I'm not totally saying that this trade is a total buy because what I'm looking for is a sell, right? I'm not saying this is a total sell because it's obviously showing that it's a buy. But that being said, if the candlestick is to close like below this EF interest, then I'll be looking for a buy, for a sell, right? So that being said, this is gonna be like a Tuesday trade because I want price to close below this EF interest in order to take this trade to the downside. If it should close above, then that would be amazing, but I don't know if I would still be interested, even though it would still be a valid EF interest and I still be a valid buy. So that being said, that's pretty much it for GPAD. This is basically a buy or sell trade because the confidence are here for both. But this is at my least favorite pair for now. Honestly, don't really see a reason why I should be totally invested in this pair. But yeah, that's a pair. So this trade is from last this currency pair, right? We have this one rejection, two rejection, nothing much. But we did get a break from the F interest, as I said I was waiting for. We got that break on the from the F interest on Friday. The last time the market was closing, right? Did say daily break, but it did not get a daily break until Friday. That being said, right, the weekly time frame, the trend here is bullish, right? We need to have a pullback, so that's why I'm looking to sell. Daily time frame is also bullish. We need to have a pullback, that's why I'm looking to sell. So on both the weekly and daily, we need to have a pullback, that's why I'm looking to sell. And on both the weekly and the day, we're below the EF interest, so that's why I'm also looking to sell. So the 4 hour time frame is also bearish, right? Not bearish. The 4 hour time frame is bearish. Yes, it's not also though because both the daily and the weekly are bullish. It's just that we're looking to take this trade for a pullback. So that being said, we're trying to take a sell along with the fact that trade need to have a pullback. So with that anticipation, we're looking to take this trade to a sell. Now that being said, the 4 hour time frame is actually bearish, and then this trade, when it comes towards the EF interest, it's a bit more confusing because of how the market is behaving at this year right now. You can see that it's pretty much bearish. So bearish on the 4 hour, bearish on the 2 hour. But where could I sell from here? It's the only EF here where I could have sell. But what would need to happen for me to take this trade, like on Monday night, is that price will need to consolidate here for at least 5 to 6 hours in order for me to take this trade. That's only when I'll be able to take the trade. And I don't think price will do that. I think price will either have to push it downside immediately or have the push when I'm not ready or just don't have the push. Like if price is to go above within this references, I'm not gonna be totally interested as yet because I will need something more, right? But that would be good as well because from there we could take the trade to the downside. But it's just a complicated spot where we're at right now because I can't chase the trade as I said with which was I think is I don't know which trade I said that I cannot chase the trade with. So yeah, I won't chase the trade. So that being said, this is how we're looking for the market. So I think all of these markets are sell from my correctly. This is a buy. Okay, so this is a buy. This is a sell. This is a sell. This is a sell. This is a sell or a buy. Can be both. But I'm more interested in selling this trade. And then this is a sell. So basically, five of the currency pairs are sell. So that's pretty much it for the week. I'll update you guys on how the market did play out by the end of the week, right? And I'll update you guys on the trade that we took and what happened regarding to the trade. And yeah, overall, just explain everything to you guys as much as I can in details. That being said, thank you for watching this video. Leave a like, leave a comment, and please keep on subscribe button. That would mean so much to me as this small channel grow from nothing to something. So yeah, thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll keep you guys updated.